Hi you guys, I'm back today with another tutorial on Hexies. My last video, I got a lot of good feedback on making Hexies, and you guys seem to really enjoy it. So I'm going to take it one step further and show you some things that you can do with your Hexies. If you didn't get an opportunity to go back and watch it, it shows you how to make your Hexies like this. Now, a lot of people like to do what they call English paper piecing, which would be taking two Hexies, sewing them together by hand all the way around. And so you're making your own fabric essentially with your own fabric pieces like this out of Hexies, or there's different shapes, but we're just focusing on Hexies. So we are going to learn today what to do with these and how to use them. So after you finish making your Hexie, you've stitched around the back, and then a lot of you went, okay, that's great. What do I do with this now? So here's what you're going to do. You're going to go and press these, and then your paper is still inside. Now, when you made your Hexie, make sure that you do not sew clear through your paper, because what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pull this back and pop that paper out, and then push that back in, and you've got your cute little Hexie. All right. So some people, I don't like to do this. You can if you want. They go and clip this thread around. But what I find happens is the Hexie has a harder time keeping its shape. Do you see that? The difference? So if you just go here and just pop that paper out, push your corners back in, it keeps that nice shape for you. Okay, so you're going to go and take all of your papers out. Don't throw these away. You can use them over and over. I've used mine, I can't even remember how many times. Lots of times. Some look better than others. Like if you see, I don't know if you can see on this one, there's pinholes all through it where I've used them over and over. So keep those, hang on to those, use them again. What I wanted to show you is if you have a dark background that you're putting your Hexies on and you have a light square, when you place that down, you can kind of see where your fabric's folding underneath there, right? So what I like to do is I used Bella Solid bleached white, and I cut out little Hexies that are a tiny bit smaller than my paper. I don't know if you can see that, just a little bit. I cut a strip that is 1 5/8 inch strip, and then I'll lay this on top of my strip, and I just use my rotary and just cut pieces. It doesn't have to be perfect, because what you're going to do is you're going to take your paper out, and then let me show you on a darker one. It might show up a little easier. You're going to take your white and you're just going to kind of match it up and push it right in there. So what this is going to do is give it another layer of fabric. So when you take your white, see that? When you take your white piece, remember this one is showing that gray through. This one I've gone ahead and put that white piece in. Look at that difference. So little steps like this are going to make a big difference when you have your finished product. So make sure that if you're using a dark background, that you make another white piece that's a tiny bit smaller than your paper and pop it in there before we glue it to our fabric. So that was just something a little quick that I wanted to go over. All right. So I've picked this nice white on white tone from, oh gosh, I'll find what collection it is. Anyway, but we're just using this nice white on white tone. I am going to take my Hera marker and I'm going to make 2 lines, because what I want to do is give myself a starting point on placing my Hexies. So however big your piece is, you're going to want to find the middle. I'm just going to draw a line here really quick. My piece is 18.5. So I'm going to take my Hera marker and I'm just going to make myself a little mark here. I don't know if you, yeah, you can see that. And then I'm just going to line up my 2 marks and I'm going to press. Let's go twice. So I'm going to go that way and then I'm going to come across the other way. So the middle, my piece is 18.5, so my middle is 9.25. Right like that. All right. I don't know if you guys can see this line going across here. You can use a friction pen, but what I have found with friction pens like this, they work great on white fabric. I have found that, and maybe you have as well, marking friction pen on a dark fabric, it erases all right, but then it sometimes leaves a white line, and I don't like it. So Hera markers are my go-to. We have these in the shop. I will put a link in the comments with the link to this Hera marker. It's a great tool to have. All right, so next what we're gonna do is you will go through and we're gonna figure out placement of kind of what you want it to do. So you can mess with it however you want. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna start in the middle. So my cross right here, I'm gonna actually draw this with a friction pen just so you guys have an easier time seeing what's going on. And since it's white, I think it will be okay, but I think it's gonna be easier for you to see what I'm talking about. But really, if you're doing this at home, just use your Hera marker. All right. So you're gonna take your pieces that you have made. The paper's not out of mine, so I'm gonna pop out, you'd pop out the paper, and then you're gonna figure where you want it to go. I'm gonna go right smack dab in the middle first. You're gonna want your side points lining up right with your line, and the middle line here is gonna go right in the middle of your hexie there. So the placement of your first one is really, really important. If your first one's off, by the time you get out, it's gonna be a little wonky. So just be careful. It's really important to be pretty exact with these. So as you go, let's use these. These have the paper out. You're just gonna kind of mess with it with your placement and how you want it to look. So maybe here, you can kind of tell this one still has the paper in it, these don't, and that's okay. I'm just gonna show you how this works. And then you can go as you want. So this is gonna be a new kit that we have in the shop. It is gonna be this cute little, so I fussy cut these, right? We talked about fussy cutting in my first video, so go back and watch that. This is a perfect example of fussy cut. Isn't that cute? We thought this would be really fun for spring, and it's darling. For you garden lovers out there. My mom, Jeanette, she works with me in the shop, loves gardening, and so we're gonna make this cute little pillow for her. So let's see, I've got some cute bees. So you'll just keep messing with it. Placement's really kind of fun. So you start with your middle one, and then when you're happy with how it looks, let's actually go like this. I have so many Hexies here. It's sometimes hard to choose because they're all so cute, huh? It's kind of like that. And then let's go. Should we do bees? No, look at this. This one's really cute. Look at those little garden gloves. So cute, huh? Let's actually go like this. Let's put the garden gloves in the middle and then put these cute pots to each side. All right, so I'm kind of liking how that's going. That's looking pretty cute, right? Okay, so let's just go with that for now. I am gonna pop this paper out. You can pop the paper out all at once or as you go, totally up to you. So we're gonna use this glue, Sue Daily Designs glue. It doesn't take very much. We love it. It doesn't make my needle sticky either when I'm sewing this on the machine. So I'm not gonna worry about putting white in here because I'm going white on white. It's not gonna be, let me show you. See how that looks fine? Whereas on that dark, it was showing right through. So I'm gonna just put a dot of glue on each corner. Okay, you see that? And then remember, I'm gonna go, this point is gonna match up with this line, this point through here. So I'm gonna carefully place this. Right like that. Okay, so that's my center one. Now really make sure that that center one is exactly where you want it, or it's just gonna mess you up as you go further down. Okay, so another one. Really, not very much glue is needed. Don't put too much. You don't want it seeping through the front. And then here, I'm gonna make sure that this point here and this point here are lining up with the point on this blue square. You see that? And this line is my guide here. Now, I don't want that touching. What you're going for is the spacing in between your hexies to be all the same, okay? So let's go to the next one. Little bits of glue. And then we're gonna place that right there. Okay. So you're seeing that line's keeping me straight. Okay. What you can do is you can find a tool. This is my little brush that I use to clean my sewing machine. Well, this is a new one. That's why it looks clean. And you can use it for spacing. I've made these enough that I have the spacing kind of down, but you can use these as kind of a guide. Find something that's the width that you like. This is about maybe a 1/4 inch spacing. You can do it as close together as you want or further away. Totally up to you. So let's do this next one. And you're just gonna keep going. So what I like to do is I like to place my center one and then I work out this way, then I'll work up and then I'll fill in my space. I don't wanna go all up and then over and then back down and then this line's gonna be off. So I'm making sure that that point's on there and this point is on here, okay? Right like that. Okay, so I've worked over. Now I'm gonna work up. Poke that back out. Put my glue on. Okay, so this one, I'm gonna make sure that it matches here as well as up here, as well as keeping my center here. I like that. So I'm going to place one more going up. Right like that. So my centers are matching. I have nothing to go off on the side, so I really need to make sure that this is matching here and that top is in the center there. Okay, so now I can place these two because I've gone over and I've gone up. And we'll place this one. Look at those darling bees. Oh my goodness. It's so, so cute. Like I said, we're gonna have kits in the shop. We have the Americana one we brought back. I'm gonna see if I can do Easter ones again. I'm not sure if I have enough stuff to do the Easter. We're gonna do a Gingham Gardens, and this line is Springbrook by Corey Yoder. It's the background, it's the bees, and then we have some Gingham Garden mixed in this one as well, but so cute, we couldn't decide. So I'll pop that paper out, glue it, decide which way you want it going. That way is pretty cute like that. And this one's kind of nice because you've got 3 edges to go off of, so your placement is really nice. Okay, so that's all it takes. It's pretty fun. Kind of like putting a puzzle together, but on your own. You can design it how you want it. So after I glue all of the Hexies on that I want, I take it over to my ironing board, it's glued, and then I give it another good press, and then you can decide how you want to quilt it. So no pinning is involved because you've glued these down. If you want to glue down, so I have my Bella Solid backing, my Warm and Natural, and then my top. This one's gonna be a pillow. I have another piece over here that is a bag that I've done. So they all kind of go together the same method of my backing, Warm and Natural, and then the front. So iron it, quilt it how you like. You can go down the middles, you can do diagonals, you can do whatever you want. And then go ahead and put it into a pillow. We're gonna do pillow kits. With our pillow kits, we give you information or a pattern on how to do a lap to zipper back on your pillow, which ends up turning out really, really nice. So with each pillow kit comes that pattern. I was just gonna show you, here we'll set this aside, something else that you can do with your Hexies. Look how cute that is. So I've turned this one into a project bag with my flat sacks that I sell in the shop. These are the flat sacks that I keep my used paper Hexies in. They're so cute, huh? Anyway, and then I keep all of my supplies in a bag like this. So anyway, fun way to use your Hexies like that. So you've got bags, pillows, runners. I don't know, there's so many things you can do with them. They're so fun. So I hope this helped you. We have kits in the shop. We have the paper Hexies if you need the paper Hexies. We have the hair markers that are awesome, and we've got the glue. So I'm going to put them links to these in the comments, and let me know what you think, if you've tried them, what you thought, if you have any other questions, and I will try to address those as well. So give it a try. These Hexies are so fun, and let me know what you think. Talk to you later.